What's up, everyone? I'm Nate Castro with Blockchain Almanac, where we educate, protect, and empower all investors in the blockchain space. And welcome to our weekly report, where we keep you up to date on all the top trends and headlines happening in blockchain and cryptocurrency. So a lot happened this week, so let's just dive right into it. So the BCA benchmark was a roller coaster ride, starting the week down 8.5%, surrounded by news of underwhelming performance by Mark Zuckerberg in front of Congress. And Google announced it solved the problem using quantum computing that a supercomputer would take years to solve. Then just 3 days later, the benchmark in Bitcoin pumped up over 40%, with Bitcoin surpassing the 10,000 mark over the weekend. So why the sudden and dramatic change in price and sentiment? Well, industry experts point to comments by Chinese president speaking as part of the 18th collective study of the political bureau of the Central Committee in Beijing. He said his country should seize the opportunities afforded by blockchain. And meanwhile, the S&P 500 was positive 0.8%, so a good week for US stocks on strong third quarter earnings. Over the last 30 days, the benchmark is now back positive, up 19%. And for the year, the BCA index is up 93%, with the S&P up 22%. Now, the blockchain benchmark and Bitcoin continue to be the top performing asset class year to date, outperforming stocks, bonds, gold, and making a strong case for crypto as an allocation to your overall portfolio and strategy. Now, the top network stats, we're looking at change in price, supply, and market cap, and the entire market grew, with Bitcoin up almost 19%, and Bitcoin SV up 50%. Market dominance for the week, Bitcoin rises to almost 69% of the total market cap. And the weekly moneymakers list, where we're looking at the value of new crypto added to circulation via mining and staking. And it was really interesting to see Binance, the largest cryptocurrency exchange platform, which recently launched a stablecoin pegged to the US dollar, making further inroads in the stablecoin market, adding 10 million in new currency and market cap reaching over 21 million. The top headline this week is the crypto market volatility, of course, with Bitcoin falling below 7,400 early in the week, then reaching above 10K and moving 40%. The Chinese president, Xi Jinping, makes announcements about blockchain. Mark Zuckerberg discussed Libra in front of Congress, and Crypto Capital CEO arrested for the fraud that cost Bitfinex over $800 million. And now for the fun facts for the week, let's talk a little bit more about market volatility. Now, with the kind of week we just experienced, we think it's important to remind people that cryptocurrency is a highly volatile asset class. High risk, high reward. But you can potentially lose all your money, and you should only invest what you are willing to risk. So make sure to do your research and speak to a professional when investing in this new asset class. Now, some news to consider that created volatility this week. Again, President Xi Jinping's blockchain announcement was probably the biggest, adding confidence in technology behind all cryptocurrencies and sparking a huge rally. Bakkt and futures market, after a slow start, saw its volume triple that of its first week of opening. And Crypto Capital, the company that Bitfinex said to have entrusted $850 million from their exchange money, their CEO was arrested, surrounded by accusations of money laundering. Right? So that created a lot of volatility and controversy this week. So that concludes our weekly report. Again, thank you so much for your time. Send us a message if you think there's something else you'd like us to cover. And in the meantime, like our video, subscribe to our page, and check out our website at blockchainalmanac.com. And make sure to come back next week for all the latest headlines and trends in blockchain.